Hey, Shalom, welcome to Rakam Akapashim, GMS London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Chachvadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful that expression is truth and not sincerity. Right, as you see on the screen right now, brother Rakar Yaquam post this in the chat, right, and it outlines here, right, the missile capability of the Russians, man. Okay, the nuclear capability of the Russians, okay, which plays a pivotal part in America's destruction. All right, these weapons that the Most High have created in the earth are going to be used against the land of America to destroy it. All right, thus saith the Lord. All right, and you can see the type of power that these missiles have, man, and how America can be destroyed rather quickly. All right. So this was taken from Ukraine News. Right, it says RS-28 Sarmat, okay, which is the name of the Russian ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile, travels at a speed of Mach 21. I want to see how fast that is. Mach 21. How fast is Mach 21? It's got here 7,203 meters per second. Right. Which is 25,930 kilometers per hour. That's damn quick. You know, it's not even something I can even picture. you know, but yeah. All right, and it says here, this is from Russia. It will take 1 minute 46 seconds to reach Berlin, okay, Germany. Right, that's all. 1 minute 46. Hardly enough time to react to anything. You know, it says 2 minutes to attack Paris, okay, France. 2 minutes, 2 seconds to destroy the UK. There's only 2 seconds difference between attacking France and the UK. Mad, did it, right? Right. 18 minutes to destroy New York State. Okay, the whole state of New York, right? 18 minutes. That ain't a lot of time, man. Right, that is not a lot of time. Right, it says one single Sarmat ICBM can destroy the size of France. Right, which is 551,500 kilometers squared. Right. Let's see. Can I zoom this up? I can zoom this up. It's not helpful, man, because they've got these names up and around and right, but I believe you see Europe there. You've got that orange piece of land there, just under the E, right? Oh, on the left hand side of the E, right? And that, I think that's France there, right? I believe underneath is Spain and Portugal on it, right? So North America is this light orange on the left here, right? It's the size of France. So France is quite a bit smaller than America, right? But France is larger than Britain, you know, in terms of size. So one missile will take out France. It could take out the UK. It could probably take out Spain and Portugal. You know, take out most of these nations in Europe with one missile, right? Obviously, America, you're gonna take a little bit more work, but the Russians have got a lot of missiles, man, and these ICBMs have multiple warheads, right? It ain't gonna take long for this landmass here. Like how many Frances do you think would fit in there? You know, I wanted to say about, you know, So 5x6. So maybe 30. Maybe 30 missiles. Would be enough to do the job. Maybe more. But it wouldn't. It ain't taking a lot. Okay, let's put it that way. All right, and this is the technology that the Mossad have given the Russians, and the capability to destroy America with. Right, and yes, America has nukes too, UK has nukes too, France got nukes, and all these other nations got nukes, right? Yeah. Okay, but none are quite as devastating as this. And like I said, once these get shot, there ain't a lot of time to react, to put your defense systems up, which you're not gonna have time. All right. And these missile systems are not very efficient at defending, against these new types of technology that the Russians, have got. So yeah, when the Lord decides it's time to destroy America, and it's gonna be destroyed pretty quickly, man. But I'm gonna start off here in Isaiah 54, and it's written here. It says, "Behold," it's verse 16. "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy." Okay, the Most High have, given the knowledge to these scientists, these engineers, right, to bring about the existence of these nuclear weapons, man. All for the end of destroying Esau and his kingdom. Okay, and destroying America with. Right, the Most High have created these things in the earth. All right, that's why they exist. Right, this is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 22. So a sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Right, we know the Most High are gonna kick off the World War III. Okay, in some point in time. Okay, the nations are gonna be at war with each other, and eventually at some point in that war, okay, nuclear missiles are gonna get fired on America. Okay, from the Russians and also other nations, man, even allies of America. Missiles are gonna get shot. Okay, the Most High is gonna make them shoot their missiles at America. All right, and Babylon represents America, the hammer of the whole earth. Right, they're the ones that are out here enforcing their or using their powers to bully other nations, to oppress other nations and whatever, because they're just supposedly the strongest nation on the earth. All right, so they're using their might and their ability to push around people and oppress people. All right, so they're known as the hammer of the whole earth. Right, it says they are cut asunder and broken. How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? How could it be that this great nation, greater than all nations on the planet, become a desolation? And it's just the simple answer is this, man. Every kingdom, every nation has its time. The Most High brought down many great kingdoms before. He raised them up, and he bringing them down again. Okay, now it's time for America to be brought down. Okay, the peak of Esau's kingdom. Right. Verse 24, it says here, "I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon." Right, the Most High has set you up. Right, he got you making all these weapons, thinking that you're gonna fight the Lord with me. Well, they're gonna be used to destroy yourself. So, O Babylon, and thou was not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. Right, the Lord have opened his armory. Right, these missiles are part of the Lord's armory. The Lord have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation, his hatred. And the Most High said he hate Esau, and he have indignation against them forever. Right. These are the weapons that he's going to use against him. He have brought forth the weapons of his indignation, for this is the work of the Lord power, Yahweh of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans, okay, in the land of America. Right, come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly, let nothing of her be left. Okay, the fate, the future of America is complete desolation, man. Complete annihilation. Right? That is what's gonna happen. Okay, America is gonna become that lake of fire that you read about in the scriptures, man. It's gonna be nothing but flames, smoke, right? And everybody in the land of America is gonna die. Okay, save the elect, who are gonna be delivered out from that destruction just before the missiles hit. Okay, but everybody else in the land of North America is gonna die. Right, a great sacrifice in Bosra, the Lord said, right? Well, there it is. Right, that's what's gonna take place. Right, it says, slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. The Lord is about to visit that place soon. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord our power, the vengeance of his temple. Who is his temple? The Israelites. Right? For all the wickedness that you've done unto our people, the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, and our other descendants that are scattered all around the earth, man. You're gonna pay for all the wickedness and evil that you've done against us, and all the blaspheming you've been doing. All right, against the Heavenly Father, right? So the Lord is taking vengeance against you. It says, call together the archers against Babylon. Okay, the archers, they're the ones gonna sling those missiles over, man. I mean, they're gonna be pressing buttons, but they're the ones slinging the missiles, so they're the archers. All these generals and commanders and all this business. Okay, they're gonna shoot those missiles over into the land of America, man. All right. It says, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to her doings, or the things that she has done. And you know America has a wicked and bloody history, and yet you praise America anyway. Okay, you're gonna get recompense according to your work, according to the things that you've done. That's why you're gonna be destroyed, right? So according to all that she hath done, right, do unto her, for she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord. Right, all of them. Right. So behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud. Okay, you can't say that America isn't the most proudest nation. Their leaders, right, their people. Because they believe they're living in the greatest country on the earth, man, the mightiest country on the earth. And nobody can do or say anything against America. But the mightiest military, you know, all the so-called wealth and prosperity that used to occur there ain't occurring there no more. But it was the golden city, okay, and it's evidently falling down. Right, its time is coming. Right, for the Lord to end it. Right, it says, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. Okay, that is the land of America, man. We was all there. All the tribes were in the land of America being oppressed. Okay, he had gathered us all in the land of America. Right, it's not like here where you got certain tribes here in the UK, certain tribes in Germany, certain tribes scattered around. All of the tribes were actually together in the land of America. They're all being oppressed. It says the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast, and they refused to let them go. Right, because we're still in captivity under the hand of you devils, under you so-called white people, you Edomites. Okay, still laboring and toiling for the sake of your society, your kingdom, that you're making, raking all the benefits. You don't want to let us go. It says, verse 34, their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name, Yahweh. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. Okay, and that's what this destruction is going to do, right, to the whole of Esau's kingdom, man. When America is destroyed, man, everybody's mouth is going to be dropped wide open, man. Okay, they're going to be in fear. They're going to be in anguish, right? This is A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they that shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. Okay, like I said, the whole world is going to be in fear, right? All the intellects, and they're going to be astonished, man. They're going to be lost for words. All right. So the sword is upon their horses and upon their chariots, all the world's armies, all Esau's armies, the beast, they all their armies. The sword is upon them. And Yahushua returns with the angels. The angels are going to come and wipe you out. All right, all your armies, right? And upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. Okay, so everybody in the land of America is going to be destroyed. Okay, they're going to lose everything. Okay, and before the missiles arrive, man, you're going to be again in anguish, man, in fear. All right, because they're the mingled people, right? Because it's a melting pot over there in the land of America. All right, a big one. All right, this is a drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up. Okay, and that's happening already, man. There's certain lakes and rivers that are be drying up in the land of America, man, and in other parts of the world. But this judgment is focused in the land of America, and this is already starting to happen. This is the land of graven images. That's what America is all about. You can worship any religion in the land of America. Okay, that shouldn't be possible, man. If that's so-called God's country, man, you're God-fearing people and whatnot. Your leaders are God-fearing people. The freedom of religion shouldn't be a thing. Okay, but you got every idol in the land of America, man. Okay, you can openly worship Satan in that land. That's how bad it is. Even though they're all Satan, all these idols are Satan, but you could openly worship Satan in the land of America. All right, it says, for it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols. Wherefore the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the island shall dwell there. The owls shall dwell therein, and it shall be no more inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. As God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, and the cities thereof, the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. Right, so once this destruction is done, ain't no one gonna go back to the land of America and settle down again. Okay, the only thing that's gonna be there are, certain animals, certain creatures, okay, that can survive in such a hostile environment, because ain't no man gonna be there. All right. Behold, the people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth, and they shall hold the bow and the lance. Okay, that's the Persians, these Medes, right? That's these Gog and Magog, the Russians, right? They're gonna come from the north. Okay, America, Russia is in the northern hemisphere, north part of the world. Okay, and they hold the bow and the lance. Okay, these missiles and the silos, and the thing that launched them, right? They are cruel, and you can tell these Russians have got a different spirit upon them, man. All right, and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, everyone put in array, like a man to the battle against the old daughter of Babylon. Okay, and it's showing you, man, it's the daughter of Babylon. Okay, it's not talking about ancient Babylon. Okay, ancient Babylon never went down with fire and is uninhabited and all that business. That's still there today. Okay, it's the land of Iraq, right, and that region. Okay, so that never happened to them. This is going to happen to a future Babylon, okay, known as Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, which is America. Okay, that golden city. Okay, the king of Babylon have heard the report of them, and his hands wax feeble. Yeah, man. Yeah, they know the Russians have got their number, man. Right, and his hands waxed feeble. Anguish took a hold of him, and pangs as of a woman in travail. Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan unto the habitation of the strong, but I will make them suddenly run away from her. And who is a chosen man that I may appoint over her? For who is like me? And who will appoint me the time? And who is that shepherd that will stand before me? Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord that ye have taken against Babylon, and his purposes that ye have purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. right? And that's talking about these small hats, man. You know, these guys in the land of Israel that dictate all kinds of policies in America, right? They're going to be, you know, get themselves involved in something where America can't not back down. They have to get involved. You know, like I said, America don't want to get involved with the Ukraine thing. They don't really want to get involved with the Ukraine thing. You know, so a situation has to rise where these, you know, these small hats, they draw, you know, the world's major armies into a world war, okay, down there in the Middle East, man. Okay, the Valley of Armageddon, the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay, it says, and the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, right? When America is destroyed with that thermonuclear destruction, man, the whole earth is going to shake. It's going to reel to and fro like a drunkard, man. The whole earth is going to feel it. Everyone in the world is going to feel that destruction, right? And the cry is heard among nations, man. And that goes back to Revelation with the merchants. They were crying because Babylon's on fire and then they can't sell their merchandise no more. The world is going to be crying, man, when this destruction goes down. They're going to be astonished, man. They're going to be shocked. They're going to be in fear. They never thought it could ever happen or that would ever happen. Right? They might not even have any relatives over there. You know what I'm saying? But they'll be crying anyway because of such a, you know, the great destruction that took place, man. You know what I mean? They're going to be messed up in the mind. All right? But that's the Lord. That's the Lord right there. He got the judgment ready and waiting. All right? Ready and waiting. And he's going to use these Russians for that very purpose, man. Isaiah 13 and 1 said, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, lift ye up a banner upon the higher mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones, I have also called my mighty ones from mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mastereth the host of the battle, right? And he's talking about these missiles, right? So they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, right? Now these ICBMs, they can travel, man. They can travel the globe, man. Some of these missiles got infinite range, apparently. you know that to blow smoke up their own ass, but you know, these go around the earth, man, and from one side to the other, Russia to America. You know, westward is all the way across the other side, right? So they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Okay, the weapons of his indignation. Okay, mentions it again. It's these missiles it's talking about. Right, to destroy the whole land. Which land? Land of America, Babylon the Great, daughter of Babylon. Right, it says, how ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, every man's heart shall melt. Okay, like I said, everyone's going to be astonished when it happens, right? And they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them, and they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed every one at another, their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. And that's why when you read here that one Sarmat missile ICBM could destroy the size of France, man, it ain't gonna take too much to destroy the land of America, man. Okay, it's gonna happen quickly. Okay, and the Lord even says so. All right. But here first in Revelation 20 and verse 8, and shall go out to deceive the nations. Verse 7, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan should be loosed out of his prison. And right now he is loose. Right now he's loose, man. Okay, since the Renaissance period, he's been back in power, back in action. Okay, and he went and forth and did what? It says here in verse 8, and shall go out to deceive the nations. That's what he went out and did. That's why he did the whole Renaissance period, rebirth, and iconoclasms and defacing images and all this, you know, PR, you know, stunts that he'd be doing to better his image and gain control of the earth, gain control of these other nations, man. You know, took control, you know, in from the czars, from the royalty in Britain and, you know, all these other places, man. He just got up in power. Okay, and now he's, you know, dictating or manipulating the people and, you know, falsifying truths, man. Right? and shall go out to see the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, right? They're being drawn together, man. Okay, Russia's being drawn to war with America. That's what Gog and Magog is, Russia, right? To gather them together to battle. Okay, it's a fate that can't be avoided, man. Okay, you thought you got away with it during the Cold War. You didn't come head to head, but that day was just put off, man. You only put off Judgment Day. Going back to Terminator. But now it's always fated that these powers would clash, man, and this is what's going to create the third world. Okay, the Third World War. All right, and like I said, these small hats are going to play their hand in that. All right. So the number of whom is the sand of the sea. And they went up on the breadth of the earth and encompassed the camp of the saints round about and the beloved city, and fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. All right. So fire is gonna get like I said, fire is gonna land on the land of America, man. Okay, and Russia is gonna do the deed, right? In Ezekiel 38, you can read from the top here. It speaks about Gog and Magog, Russia, right? And how they're amassing an army and allies together to fight. Okay, we go through this often, right? But I want to get down to the point here in verse 10. It says, "Thus saith the Lord power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought." Right, that evil thought is to release the hounds, right? To release these missiles, because everybody knows that it's suicide, it's madness to even use these types of weapons. It's crazy, but they're gonna do it anyway. They're gonna do it anyway. They don't care. The Most High gonna put that spirit upon them and to just do that crazy shit and press that button, that big juicy red button, man. All right. This is Revelation 18 and 10. It says, "Standing afar off, he's going into the harlot, okay, Babylon the Great." All right. So I'm gonna read this from verse 10. "Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city." Okay, America is known as that mighty nation on the earth, man. All right. "For in 1 hour is thy judgment come." Okay, so within the space of an hour, okay, your judgment is going to be fulfilled, right? "And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth her merchandise anymore." Again, going back to what we were saying, man, these people are going to be crying over the fact that America's been destroyed. Okay, and this focuses on the merchants, man, because they ain't going to be making as much money anymore, or any money anymore. But even the simple layman, they're going to be crying because they're just going to be distraught of what they witnessed, man. But jumping down to verse 16 here, it says, and saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught." Because you're going to be destroyed, right? "And every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood far off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city?" I feel like I missed a point. Oh yeah, verse 19, right? So, "And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costless, for in 1 hour is she made desolate." So going back to these numbers here, the speed of these missiles, okay, and the effective range of these missiles and the destruction level of these missiles, right? It's not going to take too many to destroy the land of America. It ain't going to take too long, right? The fact that it can reach New York in 18 minutes is nothing, man. You send a couple of those bad boys over there, America's finished. All right, and anybody wants to say anything, man, they can get one too, man. Look, 1 minute 46 seconds for Berlin. Yeah, if you want to say something, man. You get nuked too. And Lord knows, these other places in Europe, they need to get nuked too, man. They need to get destruction, man. And they might not get the full destruct, the full megaton, kiloton missile, it might destroy the whole of UK if they decide to use a weaker one. But the ones that they have got ones that are capable of destroying the UK one time. But Lord knows places like the UK, they need missiles, man. All right. We all okay. That was it. That was the last scripture that I had here. Okay, so yeah, Khan. Hey, right? So we know these places need missiles, right? So hey, man, that time's gonna come, and the Lord is gonna use his open his armory, like the scriptures say, man, and use these missiles. Okay, and America is gonna be utterly decimated. Okay, and these other European nations and whoever else wants it, they're gonna get too. But like I mentioned, at this point in time when these missiles do get launched, man, Russia is the main protagonist, or however you want to look at this, right? But these other nations, even allied nations, are going to shoot missiles on the land of America, man. It's going to be overkill, to say the least, right? Because like I said, it's not going to take too many of these Sarmat missiles to destroy America. Especially if they've got multiple warheads on them. But these other nations have got missiles too, man, and they're going to shoot their missiles on them. And then I'm gonna grab that actually before we close up. Burn her with fire. Go fire. This is Revelation 17. Yeah, and I'm gonna get from verse 14. So these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is the Lord of lords and King of kings. That they that are with him are called chosen and faithful. Right. So the reign of the world's armies. This is gonna try and fight the angels and that, because they're fools. But America's gonna be gone. Right. But like I said prior to this, it says, and he said to me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, where America sitteth, right, are peoples and multitudes, nations and tongues. Okay, America controls and oppresses all these nations, man, because they're currently the top dog, right, dictating to people what they should be doing. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, they shall hate the whore. Okay, these allies of America, NATO, right, they shall hate the whore. Right, that's like the European power that America wields in Europe is NATO, because the US is the head of NATO. But they get pissed off how US is, because they're super proud, man. They're more proud than these other devils, man. They're proud too, but America more proud than all of them. Right? It says, these shall hate the whore, they shall hate America, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Okay, they're gonna turn on America, man. They're gonna bite the hand that feed them, And the book of Obadiah speaks about that. Right? So these are going to play a part in your destruction too. Right? It says, for God, Yahweh, have put in their hearts to fulfill his will. The Most are going to make them do what he wants them to do. Like I said, he made these missiles for a reason, and that reason is to destroy the land of America, man, primarily. With a great destruction. Okay, to burn it with fire. Right? To destroy the land. Okay, and the people in it. Okay? And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Okay, which is America. Alright, so really that's enough said, man. America is fated for that destruction, man, and these are the apparatus, the tools, the weapons of the Lord's indignation that's going to be used to do that. Okay, and I said Russia's going to play a big role in that. Okay, pursuant to prophecy. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom. Lord, witness is edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video, man. So next time I say shalom.